Good afternoon, everybody. I've already covered the Biogen trade. April Fools, how about you? Here we are. We're breaking down on that Dow on this first day of April. Dow finishes down 77 points. We've already covered that Dow Jones, and we're giving out our April outlook with corporate profitly earnings. The ADP was not a good sign today for the bulls, and the economic indicators were at their lows. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to take a walk around Wall Street a little bit, and we're going to cover right here. This is the biotech index itself, testing that moving average. And one of the things that we're going to show everybody in here in this particular sector, we called a week ago that Biogen and the rest of these things were going to have some problems, and that it's been the most heated trade in the last couple of years, and it has been. So this is that biotech index. We are covering right here the S&P mid cap. This is what it looks like. And one thing about April and that we're covering is that these were the gap opens on it. So the mid cap index is going to show what it's made of. These are all the stocks that are in there. And what we're saying is small cap to mid cap can go down quicker and faster based on the earnings season, and I'm just letting everybody know all the stocks in here. And what we did was we took out the top moving stocks, and the gap opens, and the open, the high, and the low, and the close on the mid cap 400. The small cap 600 is getting sold off as well. And it's just like, we want to cover these things so that you can see here what's in the small cap, mid cap, small cap right here, walking around Wall Street, gap open up. Just remember, they don't have a lot of price movement, but they will be the tail of the tail, the small and mid cap, during the earnings releases that are going to be starting here in April. What we have over here is that we'll be happy to show you and walk you around this S&P 500 trade. This is a daily chart. You all know I was talking about this yesterday. I also said that the high volatility was going to continue. I've also stated very clearly on the record that our economic data in some key areas like ADP, that jobs growth has been there, but a slower growth environment is around the corner. I just want everyone to see here what this S&P is doing. And here is the following on the S&P. Right here on our website, Stock Market Funding, you will find the S&P update that I did yesterday. You can see the date, 3/31. Today is 4/1. Happy Fool's Day. I said the volatility. You need to get signed up here, and you need to be taught how to manage your risk. It doesn't matter if you're an intraday market maker or trader. I don't care who it is. You need to be here, and you can open up an account as well. And or you can take the services that we have to help you manage your risk with your position in these markets. You want trading capital? Here, we'll give it to you. Read the video. Trading capital, keeping the account above 25 grand. Want to open an account? Open an account. And you can clearly see that opening an account is a big thing for you. Why? Go ahead, open the account, look at the pattern day trading rule. Yes, if you have a $10,000 account, we'll give you $200,000 intraday, or a $5,000 starting account. We'll give you $100,000 intraday trading. Here we go with some S&P 500 index, Goldman Sachs, Monsanto, Kraft Foods, CMG, SanDisk, that has been killed. Great short that was. We're just taking a look at the values of where the opening gap was, and then you have your open, high, low, close, and your last print. And equities are closing down on their last print. This is the S&P 500. I've already given my major updates. We're going to move on to the S&P 100. And once again, in the S&P 100, you got Capital One, Devon Energy, SLB, Schlumberger, Oxy, all of these stocks right here that have been beaten down in the energy type sector, they're all getting killed, but they're all coming back to life. It's clearly see the rotation. Rotation is going into some of these major players in that index that we're talking about, S&P 100. Here we go. I'm covering the Nasdaq 100 in the Nasdaq. These are the Nasdaq stocks in the 100 index, in the Nasdaq index, so you need to know. So it's based on this index, which is the Nasdaq 100 financials that have 100. The Nasdaq itself 100, you'll see the correlation right here. Watch. Nasdaq 100, Nasdaq 100 on the financials. So you got Baidu running ISRG. This is your true at Nasdaq 100, and then when we started out is the Nasdaq 100 financials that we're covering, and we can clearly see where these things are. So we would like to tell you also that the Nasdaq 100 has done extremely well over the last years, and Kraft was leading the way in the Nasdaq 100. Baidu and some of these stocks that are selling off. I don't see no big buyers. I've already told the public you need to come to a grip, and you need to do the following. That Nasdaq 100, that's also at the 100-day simple moving average, and it's being tested again. And there is your baseline. That value, the 100-day moving average, it's significant, is exactly, let's see what the last print was. So 42.85 is that line, that 100-day support in the Nasdaq 100 stocks. We'll throw Baidu in here. Baidu has made a bottom, and it's rallying up, and that white line resistance is there. Let's take a look at ISRG. Once again, we have these little rallies, and ISRG, you pop, you reverse. So let's also take a look at some of the other ones as far as your Kraft. You can see from the gap of that news up there, and it's at a double top right now on Kraft. Google was a great short up here. We've covered it many times, and this is the GOOGL, breaking below the 50-day simple moving average on a daily, which is 545. The baseline is a 100-day moving average at 535.29. Dow Jones, listen, these are the stocks in the Dow Jones, and we closed 77 points down. And by looking at the Dirty 30, I mean, you're getting stocks like IBM, McDonald's, they're all down at the lows. Walmart, wow. Johnson & Johnson. So you can clearly see where your Dow Dirty 30 is. You also have American Express, Verizon. So you got GE in here. This is the Dow Jones Industrial Average. And then we'll take a look here at the Dow Jones Internet Conference, Google, Priceline, they're all down. You can see that. You will also be able to tell why they did what they did. And basically, Google, both Google symbols, Netflix, Amazon, there was clearly some profit taking, starting things out. So we've covered that area. One of the other things that we're going to do, though, is we will cover the Dow stock that we have here, and that's here. This is the chart of this index. Dow Jones Internet. Dow Jones Internet on a daily chart is going to be coming down. It looks like that 50-day simple moving average. Not only that, you can clearly see on this daily pattern how this Dow was breaking higher throughout the 2015. But you got to remember what we said. We said that volatility is here to stay. We said it before January. And we were also inviting you to get the right kind of management behind you. And we really do care. And we have many programs. I mean, many. And you can qualify the investor. We have programs for you, short-term traders, market makers, everybody that wants to get in. So the Dow Jones Internet is breaking below the 10 and 20 simple day moving averages. We're taking a look at the daily telecommunications chart, 100-day simple moving average. But still, remember the leaders that were taking these markets up, and here it is right now. You have stocks in here that are in this Nasdaq telecom sector. It's always good to know where they're at. These are different type of stocks. They have a different type of market cap. But just remember, everything has a trade to it. Here we have right here is the Nasdaq insurance stocks. Look at that big rally and look at these reversals. These are daily simple moving averages. 10-day is the blue line, the 20-day. Naturally, the 20-day red line, that little red there, is the 20-day simple moving average. They've had great breakouts. It's always a place where they pop, and you can take a look at the stocks that are in the Nasdaq Insurance Index. They all trade a certain way, and we're happy to take you through the leadership in those stocks. Nasdaq 100 Insurance. So here's what we have. Morgan Stanley Tech Index 35. You can see that we rallied up. This is a broken down daily chart in 2015. Morgan Stanley, high tech. You got Google, Amazon, Priceline in here. Broadcom, you can be trading this. That is what's happening. That means that the power stocks in there are selling up to create that Nasdaq Morgan Stanley High Tech 35. What we have before us now is a New York ARCA Pharmaceutical Daily Index. And these are the stocks that go in this daily index. And we are telling you that the leadership of these stocks are selling down in this index. And you got Johnson & Johnson, you got all the big bellwethers, a little bit of everything right there. And let's be sure that you understand it. It is the drug index. This is a daily chart reversal. It's always good to be diversified and making a market. We're bringing the Morgan Stanley Cyclical Index to life right here. And you can see Caterpillar. I mean, you can see your big bellwether stocks. You got a lot of stocks like Deere, some of the rails, some of the industrials, some like Sears Holding is in here, Hewlett Packard, Alcoa, FedEx. But nonetheless, that index has been breaking out higher on low volume. You know, beyond a reasonable doubt, Morgan Stanley Cyclical Index, MMTs. Here we have the airline index that's breaking below its 100-day simple moving average, and this is them right here. And you can clearly see low volume. This was the trading day on April Fool's Day, everybody. How do you like it? Here's what the market is showing. These leaders are selling off. I'm going to cover it again. This is the airline index broken down on a daily chart below the 100-day moving average, about to do that. So that's really, really something. Here we're going to just cover the losers today, and they're extremely high. So there isn't a chart on the losers, but look at the numbers. A complete walk around. A complete walk around. Oh yes, U.S. data, the economic picture was not good. I'm sorry to tell you, it is the biggest pump and dump getting ready to go. When we also take a look at the NYSE, the gap open down today was significant, and these bellwethers, get a grip. Get here now. StockMarketFunding.com is sitting on the sidelines. You can go ahead, it doesn't matter who you are, where you came from, or your credentials or nothing. This is live, making markets and diversification management for the home run winners. Once again, the intraday high count, as we walk around, we can clearly see these stocks that are in that high count. And, the open, high, low, and close in the last print, it's all here. Listen, we're going to take a look at the low print as well. And so the intraday low count in equities were going down. Mathematically, you can see all of them. And see, these are stocks that have had great big runs that need to have the volatility to come down. Earnings season is starting right away. That's the low count. 52-week low list in this NYSE. Hey, here's the 52-week high though. And RMD, look at the MOSH. You can see where they're open, they're high, and they're low, and the closes are right here. And they're selling across the board. Just remember that this index here, I'm going to go through some of these trades. This is the Russell 1000 index. And we're going to take a look at the biotech. We're going to cover the 1000 index with all of our big time managed account. We do have different types of firms that, listen, get on a managed account right now. And we will also give you buying power. We have that Russell 1000 index on April 1, 2015. It's totally breaking down. All of these things are brought to all of our traders around the world. The people who get in here and listen and understand what's going on, they know, you know who you are, and you know that the truth is here, and what we do and why we do it is to service you. I'm breaking below the 50-day moving average. I'm testing the 100-day simple moving average. What the 10 and 20 moving average is, these are the big trades. You got big losses today on the biotech. That was BIIB. I will mention some of these other ones that we made great trades over the last couple of years, but we were getting short. And on the beginning of Monday, we clearly said that biotech right here at stockmarketfunding.com. Go ahead and get started today. Let's call us here, 702-685-0772. There it is. There it is. It's free. Let's go back up here and open an account. We will give you, watch the video, click on the link, get started now. We will maintain the balance of your account above $25,000 because of the pattern day trading rule. You have $100,000 in buying power on a $5,000. You can get lots of buying power. Just remember one thing. Our management is going to give out the money to you, to every account, and you will do the trades that we say. Thank you. I'm going to conclude the Nasdaq 1000, but we're coming way down in this Nasdaq 1000. REGN and the biotech leading the way. Russell 1000, major short in play. Dow Jones, breaking below the 50 days, 100-day right here, a quad trip level in price at that support level. And we can clearly see right here that this topping pattern is playing its role. The Nasdaq Composite testing the 50-day simple moving averages on the Nasdaq Composite. Once again, the S&P has got a serious bottom that could derail this market down to the 200-day simple moving average. And we've told all of you, we have told all of you what 2015 is going to be like. Now you got to listen. You got to do the right thing. Fuck me, man. Testing. Okay, you're going to have to do the following right now. Now just bear with me. I got to finish out this video, and you're one of the bigger people that like these movements, and we're covering 100% of Wall Street and what it did today, and why we said when things are going to go down that you people don't start listening, that's on you. You got to remember one thing about us. We are here to power your investment skills, understand all these indexes, understand the economic calendar, understand why a senator out of New Jersey just got indicted on a big time corruption case, and that's one of your politicians. So there's that S&P 500 index. Now, because all of you are important to me, and you have to be important to yourself. And by doing that, whatever level market partition with different groups and things like this, it doesn't matter. The beginner is just as important as a late stage hedge fund managers that we train. Everybody gets the same training. You don't get the market maker training. You don't get all of this correlation related to what? Primary risk management. You heard what I said, and I can't emphasize it enough. And for the people who understand, we are going lower. And here, I'm going to show you the proof, because we're coming into the earnings season. And that means that volatility is going to increase even more as those company reports come out. You know what? We had a bad ADP report today, and there was other things on the overhang of this market. Now here's what we want you to do. As you can see on this page, you cannot deny it. And let's work with the realities that I and you and a group or teams of other people can take action to protect oneself. And, you know, we are setting up a community for all of you, because no matter what, you can see right here. What did I say? What does that say? It says super bubble. Follow our long-term predictions and analysis through 2015 and 2016, and what that's going to mean to people like you. You and I and everyone else is alike. I am a long-term 30-year participant, market maker, running institutional books, taking the other side of the risk, totally 100% risk management, and you cannot deny that super bubble. You cannot deny that when you click learn more, that you got a right to learn more, and it's going to take you. All indexes are in a bubble, and what date was it? It was done on 3/5. You owe it to yourself and everyone around you. All deserve the same opportunities.